Well, it's not always rainbows and butterflies here on Mundial.
He's compromising. I'm so low. Yeah.
What song is that?
I go for miles here, wide up at your door.
Submarine 5. Oh gosh.
I'm Noelle, and this is Grant, and we just left our home with our 2 dogs to sail south. We were prepared as we were going to be, and confident in the full keel underneath us. She was ready. Thanks for watching our new life, the highs and the lows as we navigate these waters.
Ah! Freaking made it. We are sitting out 40 knot gusts above us with very short period interval waves, and we are rocking and rolling. It's kind of just a video editing, life admin day. Grant's already researching where we want to anchor if we go to Catalina, possibly tomorrow if the gusts kind of die down. And I'm also resting because I tweaked my back and it's still kind of feeling off. So, you know, not every day is spectacular.
Amber, are you looking for anchorages in Catalina?
We're all a little
Where are
bored
we gonna
today.
go?
Yeah, it has been a lazy day here on Mundial.
So far, every plan we've made has changed. So here we are, sitting out mini gale force winds to wait out a good weather window. We were planning on sailing to Catalina, but after thinking about my recovering, tweaked back and the weather, we decided to sail the 45 nautical miles to Malibu instead, so I could see a doctor.
The road down in there, that needs to go all the way down to the bottom underneath.
Copy.
After 3 weeks of cruising, the chain locker has been one of our biggest obstacles. Grant thinks it's a poor design and wants to work on fixing it. What happens is the chain doesn't fall down to the deeper compartment on its own. One of us has to be down there to pay it out and make sure it doesn't pile up in one spot, which can be unsafe because that means no one's up at the helm.
Kind of the dilemma we've been having. The chain doesn't like to just fall into the chain locker very neatly and nicely. Instead, it piles up so that there's like no more room for extra chain that we're bringing in. So one of us has to be down here to kind of pave the way for the chain.
Grant's considered knocking out the footboard and making a bigger opening, but we haven't fully committed to that idea yet. We finally got underway and were sailing the 45 nautical miles to Malibu. My back needed some medical attention, and a 45 nautical mile passage sounded better than what would have been approximately double that if we were to go to Catalina. This life is not at all what I expected. There's good days and bad days, and I've heard that about cruising, but it's a lot different to experience it. The bad days just really make me question everything, the boat, the decision to do this, but the good days are the exact opposite. It was rockin' and rollin', but that didn't stop me from making a nice hearty meal for the passage. And I've learned to always use the pot holders, no matter what, when cooking with the gimbal stove underway. And I even managed to add my family tradition of peas to my pasta, which is located in the freezer, and not always easy to get to while underway.
What's going on up there? And yet we are on the same trajectory as this freighter. So we changed course about 10 minutes ago. Arrival time into Malibu is getting a little bit delayed because of this, but that's okay. We'd rather be on the cautious side, especially with something that goes like 20 knots. There's that big freighter. Wow. Finally, we get to see some dolphins. I'm gonna go see the dolphins at the bow. Wow! Woo! Guys!
Remember when I said there's good days and bad days, ups and downs? This is the up.
That is so cool! Just outside Point Magoo. That was amazing.
The sight of Malibu and Topanga Canyon, a familiar sight for us, only 3.5 hours away from our home port by car, but it felt like we had been gone for a decade. The coastal range was beautiful and comforting. As we motored through the maze of lobster pots, we dropped our anchor in 20 feet of water just outside the pier and headed to shore.
How are you doing today?
It's a little bit slow today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Got some provisions. Oh, there's our Tesla.
After taking the dogs to shore and going to the chiropractor, Grant and I decided to have a mellow date night. Grant and I hadn't dined out since before we left, and I was excited. I got dressed up, jewelry and makeup on, and we hopped in the dinghy for Grant to row us to shore. However, the shore break to get to the restaurant at the pier is steep and can be tricky. I ended up getting bucked off, fully submerged in the ocean, drenched head to toe. Upon surfacing, my dress goes up to my neck and my boobs and butt exposed to everyone sitting deckside at the restaurant. Grant, not one drop of water on him and completely dry, says to me, "You didn't happen to pack a change of clothes, did you?" I replied, "Screw you," and walked away crying. I walked to the abandoned cabana a few feet away, stripped my dress off and wring it out. Grant sitting there patiently, silent, and I'm in the corner sobbing. Why does everything have to be so hard? I step out of my underwear to wring them out, and out falls about a pound of sand. I see Grant in the corner holding back a smile. It was odd how much sand came out, representing the washing machine shore break that swallowed me whole. And then I started smiling too, and we both start laughing. Well, I'm more laugh crying. And then Grant says, "Should we just go back to the boat?"
I really don't need a cinematic video right now.
What happened?
You bucked me off the dinghy on the way to the restaurant.
No, I didn't.
I don't need that.
Still look
close-up.
beautiful.
Then I ordered a half bottle of wine, we admired the boat from the table, and we got to eat burgers and fries.
We are off to Catalina. This will be the furthest south that Mundial has gone with this new crew, Grant and I, and Ember and Ash. And we're off to, a pretty mellow start. There was 1 knot of wind this morning. We got up at like 4:30 this morning to try to get the wind that was forecasted to be here, but you know what they say about a forecast, it's just a prediction. So we're motoring, just a little unfortunate, but that's okay. I think the wind will pick up in a couple hours. Trying to get the staysail up. Okay. Yeah, we're way off.
Nice and slow on the turn. We
lines away properly. But we are in the middle of a bait ball. This is exciting. I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like it's going to be a fish catching kind of day. Wow.
Sailing, I've learned, is pretty physically demanding. It's nearly impossible to rest and recover from an injury when you are cruising, which explains why it's taken nearly 3 weeks to recover from a tweaked back. But after some rest in Malibu and a chiropractor's visit, I was starting to finally feel a lot better.
We are rocking. We are rolling. On your yard.
Wow, that's a big fishing boat. 202 yards.
617.
Yeah. And then I'll go shoot a mooring ball. You said we have to be 300 feet outside the moorings? I feel like we've done more anchoring than sailing like in the last week. But that's good. It's something we really needed to practice because being on the ball, we had like not practiced anchoring at all. So these walkie-talkies come in handy for sure. Roger that. Ash, get off. $180 at the water.
I can do it, babe.
I don't mind. Let me do it for a bit.
You should hurt yourself. Yeah. Kid.
What is that?
I don't know, but it's stuck.
You caught a leaf spring.
I have no idea what that is.
No. YouTube land, do you guys know?
It's too thin to be a leaf spring, I think, actually. Well, here.
Like, let's trash it, huh? So it doesn't happen to someone else. Catching all sorts of things today. Everything except fish. Shh, don't say that around Captain Grant. He'll be upset.
And then we anchored and made it to Catalina.
Taking the dogs for a
Life
stroll
is a
through
winding road,
2 harbors.
no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
Oh my god, that is right.
And I really wanna know, really wanna know.
Well, running ahead with the dogs on this little ridge road just to the south of Cat Harbor. I guess it's east. Here's Cat Harbor.
This isn't a tree.
Over there is 2 harbors. Cat Harbor, the mooring field, and we're right there. Noelle wants the snacks. I think she's dying. It's been good so far. Still hard to imagine how we brought our house with us to an island. We're not even that far away from home, but having a great time already. Beautiful coastline. Cool anchorages. Exciting things.
Okay, let's go get some lobster.
Night diving is unlike anything else. It's a completely different feeling than daytime freediving, and that's because it's a completely different world. A world of nocturnal species that come out and are normally timid in the daytime but thrive here at night. And with loads of kelp forests and surge around, it can feel intimidating getting in the water. I feel it every time I start putting my dive suit on. but once I jump in, fear fades and the excitement of this new world takes over. And we were on the hunt. And then I spotted one, a lobster. But it was too fast.
You gotta go like cat-like reflexes, son.
Whoa! Let's be his teacher. Octopus teacher. How cool! Wow, it's so beautiful. Ah! No, I don't want to kiss it.
You want to hold it?
With my hands?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is so crazy. Ah, it's all prickly. Wow. Hey, little dude. Oh my god, Grant. Ah! Oh my god, that is so amazing.
Oh, you just inked.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, guy.
Do you have in there? There's a plastic bag.
Getting ready to leave Cat Harbor this morning. I just spent the last hour kind of prepping the boat, and I grabbed the stern anchor. And it's such a beautiful day. I don't know how much wind we're gonna get, so we might be motoring, unfortunately. I'm talking to the camera. Grant's up at the bow, getting the anchor, and I was just in the chain locker because, as you know, we've had this issue with the chain kind of getting stuck in there, so one of us has to go down there and kind of clear it out. I mean, we kind of stick the rod in to like spread out the chain, but sometimes it's not good enough. So I don't know if any other downeasters out there have the same issue and how you combat that. Maybe send us a comment, let us know. It should be a great day of motoring, sailing, and going to pick up our friends Dan and Katie at Two Harbors. Off to go pick up our friends. We're so excited. Our first friends on board Mundial while we've been cruisers. We got to Two Harbors, waiting for our friends Dan and Katie to arrive, and not bad life.
Making water?
Making water down below, so we're on the deck listening to some tunes. Yeah, finally feel like we're living.
Making 35 amps of solar. Drawing 75 straight out of the batteries to make up for the water.
Nice.
Our friends were on the ferry over from Long Beach, and as we awaited their arrival in the anchorage, we enjoyed a Pacifico in the sun.
Let me show you our view right now.
If you like our videos and want to continue joining our adventure, click subscribe and the thumbs up button. And if you feel like buying us a beer or helping us make more videos, join our Patreon group. See you next week. Thanks for watching.